started. We do some musical acts, and we have some comedians. I'm going to do some jokes. Hopefully they're funny. We'll find out. I'm not sure. But anyways, I'd like to introduce Katie Quintas. She's the founder and the CEO of Here to Serve, an emerging nonprofit serving families who have child battling cancer. Katie started Here to Serve both after her husband and her son were diagnosed with high-risk 6-month cancer. Her husband with leukemia and her son with a rare form of stage 4 cancer in his bone marrow. Her son survived, her husband did not. As a working mother whose contribution to the household income was in excess of 50%, Katie quickly realized the need for a nonprofit organization that could provide services to support cancer families throughout their journey. Before her husband passed away in 2014, he partnered with Katie to launch Here to Serve at City of Hope in 2011, and then Children's Hospital in 2012. Prior to starting Here to Serve, she was an executive at 2 of the largest marketing and fundraising agencies serving nonprofits in North America. Please give a warm welcome for Katie Quintas.
Thank you, Benny, and thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. I want to give a big shout out to Monique Perry and Diana Villegas, who were instrumental in making tonight possible. They have been utterly amazing to work with. They are nonstop and true professionals. Look what they put together. Let's give them a hand. Tonight, I would like to take a few minutes to share the importance of the journey families who have a child battling cancer have to take. When a child is diagnosed with cancer, 3 things dominate their world: find a cure, treat the disease, and manage the journey. Gone are the normal days of their life: soccer games, dance classes, parties, time with friends, vacations, and the list goes on. It is replaced with long hospital stays, sleepless nights, intensive care units, nausea, vomiting, fevers, lost holidays, forgotten birthdays, skipped meals, and the list goes on. It's a world no one wants to be a part of, but here you are. When I launched Here to Serve in 2011, it was after taking both my husband and my son through high-risk cancer at the same time, while trying to hold down a full-time job and keep my medical coverage in place. I experienced firsthand the daily life challenges as I tried to remain physically, financially, emotionally, and spiritually grounded. Yes, we had the help of family and friends, but the toll it took on me did bring me to my knees. Even with the help of family and friends, it became overwhelming. I was so focused on the cure and the treatment, I never availed myself of any financial resources or other nonprofits that could have helped us. There were too many that only did one thing each, and it seemed way too time-consuming to investigate, never mind ask for help. During the journey, I only had 2 things on my mind: find a cure for my husband and son, and make sure their treatments were the best in the world. I threw caution to the wind on my own life, and the results were quite catastrophic when I look back. I am no different than other families faced with this challenge of a child diagnosed with cancer. When families go through these cancer journeys, they negate the impact of the actual journey and are laser focused on the cure and the treatment. I'm here to share a more complete picture of childhood cancer. We need to see cancer diagnosis like a three-legged stool: cure, treatment, and journey. When you think of nonprofits that are focused on cancer, the ones that come to mind deal with research and treatment. There is no nationally recognized nonprofit to address the journey. It is our mission at Here to Serve to change that and to come to the aid of families on a journey they neither asked for nor imagined they would ever have to take. Yes, it will be challenging for Here to Serve to sit at the same table as cancer research organizations and nationally and internationally known hospitals and treatment centers. But the alternative is to do nothing at all, tragically leaving many families to emerge from their cancer journey a shell of who they once were. Coordinated support from family, friends, and the greater community is needed to avoid the high rates of secondary illness, financial strain or collapse, and the jeopardy of lost time and productivity at work. Here are just a few of the statistics related to this kind of a situation. First of all, 10,000 children a year are diagnosed with cancer. 25% of families lose 40% of their income in the first year alone. 56% of parents have to quit their jobs, get laid off, or take time off of work. 30% experience food and housing insecurity after 6 months. The National Alliance of Caregivers reports that 70% of working caregivers suffer work-related difficulties due to their dual roles. A Cornell University study finds employees who are caregivers lose a quarter, 25% of their workday from stress and anxiety. That is not how it has to be. In this video, you just saw the ups, the downs, the triumph, the setbacks, the roller coaster of days, weeks, months, and even years. How does one come out the other side intact? We believe we have the answer with Here to Serve, and I want to share why. Hazel's journey lasted 5 years with periods of remission. Here to Serve was there throughout, along with just about everyone in this room and hundreds more. Imagine if you were Lauren and had to organize the efforts of all your friends, family, and the community while caring for Hazel and your 4 other children. Is it even possible to locate or organize resources on a moment's notice by yourself? Lauren and Aaron are amazing parents. I know you will agree. And we wanted to ensure that they would continue to have the time to be the amazing parents they are with their kids. With your help through Here to Serve's program and services, Lauren and Aaron not only survived this journey, but they inspired thousands, loved greatly, gave back mightily, and were an example to all of us of the power of hope, perseverance, trial under fire, and most of all, faith. An enduring faith that brought our precious Hazel to the gates of heaven and her final home with Jesus. This is even more exemplified by Lauren's trip to D.C. only a few short weeks after Hazel's passing to lobby for the STAR Act on behalf of other children with cancer. She was able to continue her work for St. Baldrick's throughout these 5 years, putting on a yearly gala. When you empower the journey, you empower those on it to give back, to feel blessed, share love, to make an impact, to encourage each and every one of you to believe that we can add this last leg on the stool and give the journey the focus and funding it needs in the same manner we do the cure and the treatment. It is easy for families to have a selfless disregard for their own lives and their journey. I'm here to tell you, please don't let that happen. some of the things we were able to do for the Hammersley family, often with your help and participation in Here to Serve's care community for Hazel. We provided meals, laundry, shopping, weekly milk delivery. We picked up Roscoe's backyard gifts. We funded a weekly housekeeper, provided gift cards and other gifts through their Amazon wish list. We cleaned toys, packed and moved the family to a new home, raised funds, often in partnership with local businesses, organized blood drives, welcomed Zoe into the family with gifts, decorated their home for Christmas and provided all their Christmas gifts, helped with plumbing and household repairs, helped purchase a family van when theirs broke down with the help of 2 other foundations, provided a pro bono tax account, helped with childcare, partnered with Teresa's Feed and Pet Store and a travel agent, Lori Hawkins, raising funds and organizing a free trip to Hawaii for the entire family last year. In conclusion, even with the help and support of Here to Serve and all of you, it is no small feat what this incredible family accomplished. Pain never leaves you where it found you. It leaves you bitter or better. Lauren, Aaron, their kids, the entire family are an inspiring example of grace under fire, love personified, charity unlimited, and hope for the ages as they press on in a world without our bubbly, energetic, joyful, faith-filled Hazel. Hazel has left her legacy not only with her family and what they will accomplish in her name, but also with Here to Serve and all of you. Hazel's legacy may well mean more people will understand the need to focus on the journey families take when they have a child diagnosed with cancer. Thank you, Lauren, for sharing your journey with Hazel, with the world. God bless you, Hammersley family, and thank you, Hazel, for a life well lived and bringing us together to celebrate your great accomplishments in only 7 short years. You will live on in ways that will change the world for kids and families battling cancer. Thank you.